All right, man. Let's speak on Dana White reacted to Francis Ngannou getting knocked out by Anthony Joshua. Thumbs up the video, share the video, subscribe to the channel. Next subscribe button is the bell icon button. Hit all notifications, increase your chance. Get notifications. We go live or drop video financially. Learn support the channel. Hit the link tree, or you can find me on Cash App, $CJ Good 313, Venmo CJ Good 313, PayPal link in the description. Let's see if we can get to it. So let's see if we can pull it up. Here we go. So Dana White said, I did not see it. I mean, I saw it on social media. It said White in Miami. Going into the Tyson Fury fight, if Fury trained for the fight and didn't show up, and looked like he ate Tyson Fury, he probably the way that fight would have gone too. You know how I feel about crossover fights in boxing. That's how they end. So that's what he had to say. Cool. I'm gonna speak on Fury to the middle and end of this video. And at the end of the day, he got to start paying. At some point, he's gonna have to start paying these guys, or he's going to create his direct competitor. He's going to have to pay his direct competitor. He's going to create his direct competitor. That's just what it's gonna be. That's what Bob Arum did. Bob Arum was making all this money, right? And he was making more money than the fighters. And De La Hoya said, "Let me do my own thing." Floyd, not too long after that, say, "Let me go get Al Heyman and look like I'm doing my own thing." And that's how these things. That's how these things end. That's how these things end. I'm trying to tell y'all that's how these things tend to end. You cheap now, you're gonna pay for it later. We all been there before. Being cheap and we got to pay for it later. If we just spent the money the first time on it, we'd have been good. We'd have did it right the first time and not half-assed it. We'd been good. So we all fucking been there before. We all been there before. We all been there before. And at the end of the day, he's going to regret at some point. Maybe he not. But if his bottom line, I know he ain't the owner no more, but if his bottom line is still tied to making money off the UFC, it will be a speeding ticket to pay them what they want right now for the most part, or at least a little bit of what they want right now. It'd be a speeding ticket to pay them that right now. He's going to end up overpaying and creating his competitor and going dollar for dollar with them. But he could have rubbed Francis and Ngannou face all in there. People saying, well, Francis made this amount of money and he really won and Dana lost. Dana White been pimping these niggas and making plenty of money with his comrades off these jokers for years. You think Dana White tripping? Honestly, you think Dana White tripping? Absolutely not. Absolutely not. Dana White ain't shedding a tear. Dana White already made his profit off old buddy. Listen to me. Dana White has already made his profit off of old buddy. He's already made a profit. He's already made a profit. So he ain't tripping. He ain't tripping. He's made a profit. He's made us killing. He's made us killing. So he just sitting there like, he had to go get his. He got his. I mean, you hear Ngannou say he was, he was in a negative. He owed 200K to Kareem Usman, and Usman was like, man, chill out, man. Keep that on the low. That's our business, whatever. You know what I'm saying? And at the end of the day, you got guys in the UFC who still got to work 9 to 5s. You got guys in the UFC who still got to borrow money from people. Ain't a good look. When you don't have a competitor who can go dollar for dollar with you, you know what I'm saying? When you don't have a competitor that that's a threat, you can get away with it. And you're going to create a viable nemesis. You're going to create that. But he's right. This is how these things usually end. But they got to take these risks to secure their future so they don't have to go work at Walmart. And if you're a UFC fighter, man, you probably, focusing on going back to school as well. Let's keep it real. You probably focusing on going back to school as well. Let's be honest. Or picking up some trade. And that's messed up. And he says, Fury would have trained the way he was supposed to train. Fury said he did. You know what I'm saying? And Fury said he did. But we know he probably didn't. But he's one of them inconsistent guys. And everybody know he didn't deserve that decision. He didn't. But at the end of the day, he got it. And maybe, it gave Ngannou a false sense of confidence. Oh, this shit easy. I ain't got to train like that, or this shit is easy. And maybe it did. But at the end of the day, Dana White, most people believe what he said about Tyson Fury. That had he trained good, it would have been good. So he could have really smeared Ngannou's face in this. He didn't. Because really, how could you? If he made $20 million or whatever he made versus whatever he had made versus Tyson Fury, how could you? How could you? Let's keep it real. How could you? Honestly speaking, how could you? He made a bunch of money. He'd be able to probably go back home and retire comfortably or go back to the PFL and do his thing. So you can't really hate on the hustle. He went out there and did what's financially best for him, just like the UFC been doing to their fighters. Let's be real. Just like the UFC been doing with their fighters. So that is what it is. But to speak on Tyson Fury, at the end of the day, is Tyson Fury as good as people think he is the question. In the Klitschko fight, I mean, it was a nasty, ugly fight, but hey, at the end of the day, he did what he had to do to get the victory. In the Ngannou fight, I mean, he's just one of them dudes, I think, that just fight up and down to his competition. That's what I think it is. I think he fights up and down, to his competition. I think that's exactly what it is. He fights up and down to his competition. And that's what he does. He fights up and down to his competition. And at the end of the day, I think, if he's if he has a serious threat on his hands, that he really knows is a serious threat. I think he gonna be at his best. And at the end of the day, he go in there and destroy Alexander Usyk. People are gonna say, people are gonna say, uh, no, people are going to say, uh, people gonna forget about the Ngannou fight, and forget about the inconsistencies with the Otto Wallin fight. They will. They will. So, but I just think, he just got to be in danger. Remember Gohan when he was a kid, where he literally had to be in real danger. Um, he literally had to be in real danger, for him to actually, what I'm saying, for his power just to come out as a defense mechanism. I think Tyson Fury is the same way. But hey, it is what it is, man. Let me know what you girls and guys think. Thumbs up the video, share the video, subscribe to the channel. Next subscribe button is the bell icon button. Hit all notifications, increase your chance, get notifications. We go live or drop video financially. One support the channel, Cash App, $ CJ Good 313, Venmo CJ Good 313, PayPal link inscription. Hit the link tree, find me on X, Spotify, Anchor, Cash App, Venmo, PayPal, Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, the whole nine. Check out the Heavyweight Boxing Talk playlist. Check out the Boxing News playlist. Appreciate the love and support. Peace.